the Hollies.
Yeah.
I like that melody in the middle of there. We've been joined by Mr. Dougray Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, Dougray, how are you?
I'm very well, Jonathan.
You're looking super well.
Thank you very much.
As I said when you came in, you look slimmer than I remember. You look more youthful, more filled with energy.
More filled with energy. I don't know, maybe I was stressed the last time I saw you, but I've kind of, different movies you sort of lose weight for, you put on weight and...
Well, actually, the last time I saw you were very drunk. Maybe that's it.
That must have been a few years ago.
Yeah, it was a few years ago. I think it was at the Comedy Awards. It was somewhere at ITV or somewhere, and you walked down the stairs and I was walking up the stairs, and you were reeling.
Was I really?
Yeah, you were. It was great.
Maybe
I think I possibly was as well. So somehow we cancelled each other out and had quite a long chat, of which I remember very little.
Yeah, I think, well, I've stopped drinking now. I stopped quite a long time ago. So,
Hey, same here, me too.
Oh, well, there you go. It's good for you, isn't it?
Well, apparently.
That's where all my energy comes from.
Yeah, I feel much better, I must admit.
I do too. And you look very well as well.
Thank you.
You've got that sparkle in your eyes.
That's what that would be.
And you, of course, the listeners can't eat, but you've got a very nice suit on as well.
Well, you're not looking so bad yourself.
I've got a parka on, Jonathan. And a pair of old boots.
Is this how you catch gay, do you think? Just admiring the man innocently at first, and next thing you know, you're on top of each other. Hey, but I can't think of a better looking man to have on top of me.
Oh.
He's a good looking fella. Dougray, now you're Scottish originally.
I am.
Okay.
I still am.
Yeah. OK, well, that's not exchanged.
That hasn't changed.
This is the sort of interview technique that wins awards, isn't it? You're Scottish originally. But what surprised me is you said that you went to college, or you knew Rob Brydon from where?
Me and Rob went to college together in Cardiff, and he stayed there for 2 years, and then he left because he started doing a radio show on Radio Wales, I think it was, and we've kept in touch ever since, and so we're very, very good friends. And I'm delighted for him for his success.
So was he studying? You were studying straight acting, I guess.
Yeah, so was he.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that.
Straight acting as opposed to gay acting.
No, as opposed to comedy acting of the sort which now.
Well, I tried to be funny, but I could never beat Rob. He was very, very funny at college. So,
that must be infuriating if you have the one guy who's the real cut up, and you know when funny stuff's going on.
I remember Rob. We did improvisations at drama college, and I don't know what I would do. You know, you try to do the method thing and do all these very complicated improvisations, and Rob would just get up and say one word, and everybody would fall about laughing because he was so funny. But he is a wonderful talent. I mean, it has to be said. He's very, very funny.
So how did you go from Scotland, where you were born? How did you wind up in Cardiff in drama school?
Well, it was very easy to get a grant. It was purely money, and then once I got accepted into Welsh College, I kind of just thought, well, I'll go there because people said it was a great college, and I had a great time in Cardiff. I mean, I still love Wales to this day.
Do you speak any Welsh?
Ti'n iawn.
Yeah, what's that mean? A little?
Yes, I do. And beth ti'n neud hynno, beth ti'n neud fory, rhwng dy gari di cariad. I couldn't possibly say what they are.
It's a very Daffyd-friendly show today, isn't it? We're very Welsh-centric today, which is good. It doesn't get represented enough, I feel.
No.
Now, do the Scots hate the English still, or have we patched that up now? I'm not sure where we stand.
I don't hate the English.
Good, I'm pleased. I'm pleased, because I get a bit scared.
I just never support England at football or at any other sport. Just because the broadcasters and the newspapers are so patronising to the Scottish football team, it becomes impossible.
Do you have a team? Because I'm never...
See, there you go.
I don't know.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't know anything about football. I wouldn't patronise. I don't know. I'm just asking. No, I'm asking genuinely.
I was listening to you earlier on. You were talking about Kiwis with Aborigines, and you know that there's no Aborigines in
I didn't
New
know.
Zealand.
I'm just trying to be nice to people.
You just pretend that
all
to
day
not
I'm
be
just trying to be nice.
as bright as you are, Jonathan. It's your style, and I like it. It's very good.
Thank you, do.
That's okay.
Put me in the place, you see. Now, Andy went to see you in Becket this week.
Becket, yes.
Now, Becket is playing... which theatre is it at?
At the Theatre Royal, Haymarket.
Now, this is... obviously, I'm familiar loosely with the story about Becket, the Archbishop of Canterbury.
Yes.
I'm not familiar with this version, this play.
Well, it's quite a famous one. I mean, that's where they did the film of in, I think, the early 60s.
Oh, I see, so they based the film on this play? I didn't realise that.
Yeah, they did. And it's just, it's a story of the relationship between Becket and Henry II. And, it's about how Becket becomes Archbishop of Canterbury, how he kind of finds God, because in the play he's a playboy, for many years with Henry, and then Henry makes him Archbishop in order to control the church, which is getting out of control, and of course it has the opposite effect. Becket finds God, and he comes into conflict with the king, and it all goes...
So he puts his man in place, hoping that it's going to be smooth riding.
Exactly.
And then he hears a word from the man upstairs, boom, no, I'm not listening.
And that's it, yeah. So it's about a journey to God, really, and it's a very spiritual journey.
What's the famous quote? Something like, "Will no one rid me of this troublesome priest?" Or
yeah.
Yeah, it's a marvellous drama, of course, and the fact that it's based in reality gives it, a greater resonance even. Do you think, what's the audience like for this kind of thing now? Are people coming to see it because they're fascinated by the story, or is it because the drama itself is what's...
I think the story as well, but I mean the production as well is... I'm very proud of the production. John Caird, who directed it, is a wonderful director, and Jasper Britton, who plays Henry, is a phenomenal actor. So, I mean, I just love being on stage again, and the story is fantastic. So, I mean, I think the audiences that have come so far have just been amazed at the humanity that is found within the story and how accessible it is as well. And it's a very, very emotional story as well. It's not particularly cerebral. I mean, there are wonderful themes in it and ideas, but at the end of the day, it's a very emotional story because it's the heartache of the separation between these two great friends and what happens and the consequences and how Becket will not be thrown from his path on his road to righteousness, as he calls it.
It's incredible, really, though, because you can't think of there being a modern equivalent, really, I suppose. I mean, maybe there would be one.
Yeah.
But it's the choice between faith and between bonds that you form here.
Yeah.
On this planet. That must be, just a terrifying thing to encounter and to confront and to deal with. And that's presumably what's at the very heart of this.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've never really... I mean, I wasn't really brought up in a particularly religious background, though my mother's very religious. And in the last, 4 years,
Is she Catholic? Is she?
Protestant, yeah.
Right.
And she's very involved with the church. But I, in the last kind of 4 years, have thought a lot about God, not in a very organised religious sense, but just thought, why are we here? What are we doing here? And it's the same thing that Becket goes through. He very much thinks about through the play, what is his purpose in life? Why are we here? And I sort of made a connection with that. And I am
How old are you
interested
now, Dougray?
38.
That'll be it then. Is that what it is? It's the midlife why are we here phase.
Yes, why are we here phase.
You'll get through it, don't worry. I'll see you on the other side, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Here's the answer, you won't know, OK? That's the... You ain't going to find out. But are you tempted to explore faiths to look into for that reason, or are you just kind of speculating, wondering, curious?
Yeah, no, I am. I have explored it a lot. I mean, I've spoken to a lot of people, I've read a lot about God, about other people's opinions about it. You look within yourself. The one thing about doing a play about God is you don't have to do a huge amount of research because you can look within yourself and feel it if you hope to, if you want to, the spirit within us all. I mean, I'm not going to get very religious about it, but there is something else out there that I believe, and that's the connection I've tried to make playing Becket.
Fan the spark of divinity within.
Yes.
Let's get together, start a religion.
We should.
Can you imagine the two of us? I'll do the jokes, you're the poster boy. Bingo! I tell you, we would be.
We'd make a fortune.
We'd never mind the Moonies, never mind the Scientologists. We would be quids in.
Yes, we perhaps would be very, very successful.
You could call it the Church of Midlothian.
The Church of Midlothian.
Or something like that.
Or the Church of Hibernians.
Hibernian, which is more up your street, of course.
Very much so, yeah.
Now, so you're performing down here, presumably. Do you live down here most of the year? Do you live here when you're not doing the play? Are you down south now?
I've lived in London for years, yeah. I lived in London. Well, I mean, I haven't been here this year at all. I mean, for about a year I've been away. I was in, New York at the beginning of the year. And then Canada, and then Bristol, and then I was in New Zealand for 4 months. So I was just chatting to the guys from Finn,
nice
New Zealand. Yeah,
what were you filming, or you performing?
Yeah, no, I was filming. I was doing in New York. I was doing a Walter Sallis movie with Jennifer Connelly.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And then I did a comedy with Jennifer Love Hewitt in Bristol, and then I did a thriller in New Zealand with Saffron Burrows called.
Because I haven't seen you on screen for a while. I don't think I've seen you.
Well, the last movie that came out was Ripley's Game.
Which was what? That's 3 years ago or something? 2 years ago?
No, it was about a year ago.
It
was 2 years ago, and then I did To Kill a King, which was about a year ago. But I've got about 4 movies that are waiting to come out.
But you seem to be really enjoying being on stage now. I get the feeling this is something.
I am. Yeah, I do. It's very different from doing movies. It's just a different kind of energy that you use, and obviously you get to do it in front of a live audience every night, so it's good.
So that's Becket. What theatre is it on the West End?
Theatre Royal Haymarket.
The Theatre Royal Haymarket. And when you finish that, it's Bond. Then is that right? Let's just bung about. That's a yes. That's a yes. Come on, we know it. The Detroit Cobras. One of my favourite bands. He just held up. No, but it's a great sound. I like that sound.
It's called the Cha-Cha Twist.
So Dougray's been bending me arm here, trying to persuade me to be Bond. I've told him already no. I'm busy with the radio show and the school run. I can't do it, Dougray.
You'd be fantastic. You've got that suave. You've got that danger. You've got that unpredictableness about you.
Yes, Blowfold.
And you've got the eyebrows. The eyebrows as well.
And my nose hair's growing as well.
Well, you can cut it.
About the time you come through the spiritual question that you're going through, you'll also find your nose hairs have grown a lot as well. Now, you saw the play on Thursday night.
Thursday night, yes.
Thursday night, and you enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it, yes.
Did you fully understand it, do you think?
Yeah, the thing I found about it is that the king, just a selfish, horrible man.
Is that what you thought?
I didn't feel that. That's the only thing I thought. I didn't feel that the supposed love. I just thought he was selfish. All he wanted was everything for himself. I don't know if that was right or wrong.
Well, I mean, there is no right, there is no wrong. I mean,
Is
that's
that because Jasper, who plays King Henry, is not as good as Dougray?
I think they're both excellent.
No, that was
Jasper's
not what
an
you were saying
excellent
earlier.
actor.
You were saying Dougray was great. It's not blah, blah, blah.
No, I think he's an excellent actor. I think they're both great.
No, you were saying Dougray was rubbish.
No,
Which
I
one were you
wasn't.
saying was
Don't
rubbish?
try and stir
Dougray,
it
I
there.
apologise. I don't know what you...
It's all right.
At least I went and saw it.
Yeah, I didn't even get invited.
Jonathan, don't kid on. You would never have come even if you were invited.
Yes, but that's
It's not
neither
your
here nor
thing.
indeed there.
Jonathan Ross, Becket on a
Yeah.
Thursday evening. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
I'd have got a
But
bit
do
fidgety
you
and
know
fun.
what? I think you may have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I probably would.
I think you
represented
probably
the
would have
show.
done.
How much for you guys to do a private show for me in my front room?
Too much.
Come on, you must have a matinee clear.
You bring the kids, they'd love it.
Do it on a Sunday. We'll treat it as a warm-up.
I've started bringing my kids to see it on a Saturday matinee.
Go on, I bet they love that.
it. Well, I don't know, but they love. I took them into the theatre when we were doing some technical stuff. They loved the theatre.
What's it like being backstage there? Is it nice? Is it comfortable? Or is it
Beautiful. I mean, the dressing rooms are phenomenal. It's like a one-bedroom flat. Someone told me I could rent it out while during the day when I'm not using it.
Get a couple of illegals in.
Absolutely.
I hear there's a bit of a mouse plague going on in London theatres because they've stopped them having cats there. Is that right?
I don't. What, Cats the musical or Cats the animals?
Both, I believe, just as well. Because I think cats
Yeah.
used to be. It's like a health and safety thing.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of mouse traps backstage, but I haven't seen any mice.
Well, the mouse traps were taken.
Has to be said. Well, that's why obviously successful. Yeah.
Because a friend of mine's about to go into the producers, which will be great, I'm sure, and he said there's mice everywhere. But they obviously don't stretch on their budget. They're too busy paying Nathan Lane a fortune to go stretch for the mousetrap as well.
I'm sure. Yeah.
It's meant to be good. Are you on stage tonight? Did you?
Yes, I am. This afternoon and tonight. Yeah.
See, I would have thought doing a series like that, the matinee as well must be a bit of a killer.
It is a bit of a killer, yeah. I mean, it's still, because when people turn up to see the play, you've got to give it your all, and it's like you can't really hold back from it. So it is a bit tiring on a Wednesday and a Saturday, but then I have Sunday off.
Well, relax, enjoy Sunday. Dougray, it's been lovely seeing you again.
Been nice to see you too.
Dougray won't be appearing in Bond for a while. I am going to do one, and then we'll decide who I pass the mantle on to. But Dougray, good luck in Becket. It's in the West End at the Haymarket Theatre, the Royal Theatre Haymarket, I believe is the
That's
full
right.
title.
Yes.
Go along and see it if you can. Dougray, lovely meeting you again.
Lovely to see you again.
Thank you for listening. 88 to 91 FM. This is Radio 2 from the BBC.